Need to squash him once and for all, then I can get things back on track.
This Penelope, man, she sure sounds similar. Oh, you can only get it for shit that you've already get after the fact. That sucks, dude.
Maybe even shrink that van of theirs down and turn it into a clown car. How fun.
Maybe it's not her.
Huh. My balloon surveillance system is malfunctioning.
And use them for stuff? Okay.
I need to invent.
Is it just stuff of their choosing or like anything? No, it sounds like Penelope. She's talking about inventions and shit.
Bentley, he's going into the blacksmith shop. Should I follow him inside?
Now, I'll take it from here, Sly. I should be able to get inside through that hatch on the roof. Time to get some answers.
Bentley's going in too, for some reason. Sounds like drama to me. Seems interesting though. We'll look into it. Like one free game, that'd be cool. If it's only for shit after the fact, then that's rough. Also, I wonder how good the points are. Like if I have to plat like 10 games to buy like a stick of bubble gum or something.
Rats, I can't hear anything from up here. I'll have to get closer without being seen. I can turn those laser fields off with my darts.
Okay, cool.
I better stay up here in the rafters. I can't risk being seen.
Decisions. Should I feed Cooper to the dragon? Or make him into a rug? Maybe I'll feed him to the dragon first, then make him into a rug with the leftovers.
No way I'm letting this guy get his hands on Sly. We have to stop him.
Oh, bronze trophies are worth it? That sucks. That actually matters. Now what, the developers put as their trophies?
A refrigerator. Not a bad idea.
Out of your way? Okay. Yeah, I tend to just... Like, I wouldn't mind going through a little extra effort to get some of them, but I tend to just worry about getting a lot of games done.
Cooper gang. They may have shut down operations for the time being, but I'll have the last laugh. My castle is impenetrable. Once Operation Overlord is complete, I will be unstoppable.
Maybe she's brainwashed. I doubt it.
Operation Overlord? I don't like the sound of that.
Let's go with the points too well. That sucks.
The speeder's laser loop will work perfectly on that switch.
The Black Knight's voice. I definitely feel like it's Penelope.
I bet a laser loop around multiple switches would do the trick.
Ah, these assholes, dude. Oh yeah, I figured out. I know what you mean. Okay, do we have to like break these down then? Or am I missing something here? I think it's just leftovers.
Looks like I could only grab the data key with my shell code. Alright, I can use this data key to disable that firewall.
It's definitely good to know. I'll check it out at least. Oh, shit, maybe we can get one thing out of it that might be worth some shit. Follow the Black Knight.
Great. And where is that stinking the Paradox when I need his help? He owes me everything for stealing Bentley's time machine plans. Bentley? Oh, Penelope, what a little fool you were.
Oh no. My Penelope! Oh please, Penelope, be alright!
The drama.
For a binary beatdown.
Wonder if she's gonna be anti-hacking us in here. With all the lady troubles in this game, man. All the romance issues. Maybe the writer had trouble in the past, man. Yeah, for sure. If it's just like I can get something for not changing up anything, might as well. So if I signed up, so is it you get you start getting points after you sign up or after when they announced it? Like any games that came out after that? I would need to sign up soon then. I probably wouldn't do it on this game, but maybe next game. We did it on I'll just have to see what it's like. I'll have to take a peek then. I just gotta remember to do it. Hopefully I don't forget. It's got invaders in me. This one does a lot more Bentley shooting sections.
I think your data bus just crashed.
And we come back to the real world where he's just a man in a wheelchair. It's going pretty good, man. Just got back on an hour or two ago.
Why is it so hard to find good help? You do invent a robotic baby.
Looks like someone's AI routine hard up the stuff.
When this business with Cooper is over, I need to take a vacation. Some place where I can get a fruit punch with a little umbrella. Somewhere tropical with no robots.
Vacation? I'm gonna make sure the only place this guy's going is straight to prison.
Totally not Penelope. Just randomly brought Bentley in here and had him talk a bunch of shit. Maybe it won't be, man. Maybe they're baiting it. Maybe they're masters of writing. It's just technically a bad guy at first.
So hot. I need some air.
Much better. I can barely think in that thing.
It's not possible.
Phew, that thing's almost as stuffy as Bentley.
Penelope? But why would she...
If only Bentley hadn't been brainwashed by Cooper's honorable thief nonsense, we could have made billions in weapon design that owned the world. But no matter. Once Cooper's out of the way, he'll see things my way. Poor Bentley. He's kinda cute when he's being dumb.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Destroyed, man. This game just seems like a big go gay argument, man. Like every chick sucks, dude.
When Bentley returned to the hideout, he
Fuck
crawled into his
romance.
shell and wouldn't come out. Nobody could blame him. Penelope may have betrayed our friendship and trust,
Dude,
but she betrayed
my
Bentley's
shell.
heart. I knew he blamed himself for the whole predicament, but it wasn't his fault. Everyone took turns trying to coax him out, but nothing worked. In the end, it seemed that Bentley would have to come back to us on his own. Unfortunately, we couldn't wait around.
Evil
It was personal.
to slice gangs, you know, spectrum, moral spectrum. In their world, they're the good guys. So evil people are people who are against them. Also, they're heroes of justice. Yeah, and their main characters. They really... Can they really do any wrong? Let's be real. You just call him the enemy. He's Robin Hood, dude. Yeah. Robin Hood, son. Robin Holm. Spell checker really helping. Job well.
We need to take Penelope down. But how? Man, we need Bentley back.
Yeah.
Well, obviously,
This is
no friend of
fucking
ours
spell
now.
checker for my brain,
In the
dude.
face of such treachery, there is
Perfect
but
grammar,
one
punctuation.
option. We storm the castle and smash this villain.
Okay, slow down, Turbo. How do we get inside the castle?
That? Explosive devices. You and I must part ways. I will gather firebulbs while you must procure a bottle of Merlin's magic powder.
Of course. And where would I get this?
Why, at the carnival, of course. I hope your archery skills are satisfactory.
Oh, I think I'm up to snuff.
Then the die is cast. Fare thee well. Ha-ha! I seek the elusive firebulb.
Like the
3 should be
ancestors.
sufficient.
Half of them are shit so far. Other half are alright character-wise. Gameplay, they're really
How
not
much this running makes me want a horse.
that great outside of Tennessee.
Alas,
This dude
this
just Sly
armor is
without his
quite
upgrades
stuffy.
and like a launch attack. Or launch climb move. They're fine though. They're better in some ways and worse in some ways than the guys. There's a shitload of them just like in 3, but some of them are kind of not as fun as the people in 3, but a lot of people in 3 didn't have the maneuverability that you did when you were playing Sly, which was more fun. They're fine. They're really...
One last
This guy gets the most missions out of all of them. Well, like, some of them you only play as him like twice and they don't feel that important. I watch this cutscene every time, I love it.
Ah, no finer specimen will be found. Now, to ferret out
will
2
sure
more make impressive bombs.
Yeah, for sure, slots. I mean, I guess that's the thing, they only have like one gimmick move. I'm not about it. We gave the gameplay side of things because of lore reasons.
One good smack and it should open forthwith.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, they're fine, but at the end of the day, it's just Sly. Minus some moves and then plus 1 move, like... But it's not a big deal. You can just pretend you're playing fucking Sly
I
and
need but one more
at this point. Doesn't really make much difference.
None know these woods as well as I.
Yeah, this guy's definitely the least sneaky.
One would never have guessed the Black Knight was a lady. A swift strike should dislodge it. I hope Sly has given his archery much practice.
Alright. Narrating his life, man. He's the star of his own movie, man. A movie of life.
Step right up, ladies and gents. Try your luck in
The
our
cheeky
game of
owl.
skill. Well, hello, Governor. Want to have a go? Do well enough, and you could win yourself one genuine bottle of Merlin's magic powder, guaranteed.
Or we could just steal it.
Build your hair and answer your prayer.
So how is it for making bombs?
I gather some firebulbs and it's bang zoom combustion. Oh, you got the eye, friend. Oh, beautiful aim, boyo. Now that's it, ticket. Good shot, lad. I believe you are a ringer, I do. You're a natural, you are. Excellent, lad. Well, that is how you do it, me son. Cool, mate. You're dead on. Oh, that's a trick. Oh, tip-top, that. Wicked shot, geezer. Well, that is how you do it, me son. Good shot.
Oh fuck these
Brilliant
dogs, dude.
shooting,
Shut
boy.
up. Yeah, the costumes have more depth than the ancestors do. I feel like it's more just the time, the setting is more important than the ancestors. Ancestor stories always go, you know, you save them from being jailed. You win, they get beat up, get their cane stolen, and then you move on to the next one. And that's about as deep as it goes with them. Dead shout. Yeah, Master Sly Cooper Shootsman. Dead egg. Definitely a skill everybody wants to have, right? You know, shoot stuff real good and Sly 4. Yahoo.
All right, troops, listen up. As you all know, Bentley is still unavailable. But we've got to come up with a plan. So I'm calling this meeting for him.
Hey.
Finish whatever it is she's trying to finish.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to ask.
Look, do you think we could plant your explosives on the bridge controls?
Zounds! This plan rings true!
It's the part about what we do when we get inside.
We'll have to improvise.
Sounds good to me.
Amazing. What? She's never really working with you. You kind of use her a bit in the third one. And there's kind of romance at the very end, but
Mechanical monstrosity!
No!
Gallup, wait!
it's not bait. Well,
Why, thank you, Gallus. I've been looking all over for that.
I don't think so.
no, he's retarded. It's a bigger robot.
I hope you're laser-proof. Stay out of her reach, Ringtail!
Huh. Somebody puts a gate between them and the fucking rest of the world. They have to respect it.
Awesome, Sly!
So the rope can go through the...
Hey, Penelope! I saw some rust spots over there.
Oh, great, Norton. Thank you for scanning while I'm still playing the game.
Great. Looks like I gotta take those arms out again. Put these arrows to good use.
Cutting off, Sly!
What's wrong, Penelope? Feeling disarmed?
I see you. You can't beat me, Sly. I'll swat you like a fly.
Way to go, buddy! Keep it up!
Now I'm getting the hang of this.
Stop messing up my mech.
Now, Sly! Go for the heart!
That'd be good, man.
Fine. You cost me too much already, Cooper. It's time to pay the
There's
bill.
Bentley.
That's enough, Penelope.
Oh, surprising.
You heard me. Design was adequate. I made some adjustments.
It was just a prototype anyway.
Why'd you do it, Penelope? You owe me that much at least.
Why? For you, of course. I had to make you see how things could be.
I'm not going to be one of the bad guys, Penelope.
Huh, bad guys? That's kind of funny, Bentley, seeing as how you work for a thief. But you know the most valuable thing Sly ever stole? Your potential. Together, we could change the world, but you're still chasing after honor for chump change. When are you gonna wake up?
So you sold out to La Paradox for the money?
No, you're not listening. He's just...
Do you really think he's going to just let you go? He...
Too bad I can't say the same for you. I'm sorry, Bentley, but I guess it's time to make this breakup official.
Penelope, wait! We don't...
What's that reference?
You sure you can reach?
Watch it!
Dated references, baby. I love it. She ain't wrong.
You're running on fumes!
Just like a turtle. Too slow.
Those pneumatics are pathetic! I think you need a recharge!
His foot's
Thanks,
just
Bentley.
destroyed.
Look, I'm sorry about Penelope.
No, Sly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help you guys the whole time.
It's okay. She fooled us all, pal.
I guess. But that's no excuse for me not being there. I lost sight of my true friends. That won't happen again.
Hey!
Need some help getting out of there. Know anyone that could swing that?
Well, I do know this one guy, but he's probably busy, so I guess I'll have...
Who started in about sandstorms and camel spit. Well, we finally deciphered enough to realize it was my ancestor Salim al-Kupar who was in trouble now. Which meant we needed to get to ancient Arabia on the double. This time, Carmelita provided the solution. Before La Paradox grabbed her back at the museum, She'd managed to pocket a
We'd end up
so
in
we
the
prepared to
present
leave.
between every
Everyone
world
was
to
keeping
steal
an eye
a
on
new
her.
relic, but no.
He downplayed his heroics and refused to acknowledge that he'd saved us all. I sensed a new confidence in him, which I guess had come from
Convenience.
finally confronting his personal demons. He'd been through so much, we
that.
were gonna need every ounce of his newfound strength. to
Fucking
take
metal as
down
fuck.
the
Jesus
Paradise.
Christ, Bentley. She pocketed evidence.
Arabia to find Salim al-Kupar, an ancestor said to possess the stealth of 40 thieves. No surprise then when Bentley's research revealed that this guy was a charter member of the infamous 40 Thieves. For once, it appeared we'd shocked to find that most of the thieves had already retired. Having made their fortunes and gotten older, these great thieves had decided to call it quits and enjoy their golden years in peace. The presence of Cyril the Paradox. Nasty-looking guards patrolled everywhere, and it was clear that something sinister was going on. That was the first thing we needed to figure out.
All right, let's do it. We'll be getting the whole gang of 40 back together, man. One big fucking Arabian orgy. Take me down to Bollywood. Forty Thieves was blah blah blah. I got cool colors and shit. Nice. It's like the most just obvious one. I think the ones before this were better than that.
Salim al-Kupar was driven into hiding and then find out why. To facilitate that, I've built you a new toy.
Cool. Is it a robotic turtle butler?
No. After gathering data from your ancestors, I've been able to map the Cooper...
Real science fiction.
Yeah, it's anime cutscene. That was it, dude. They're like, we don't have enough budget to even think of a good name. It costs money to think, boys. No, nowadays, man, it probably does cost money for people to think of ideas, even just to sit there and. Why do they bother having, like, why do they bother having him be the inventor of sushi? Like, what? It wasn't funny. It's grossly inaccurate. I mean, obviously it's inaccurate, but like why not go with just something better, man? I mean, I guess it seems dramatic, man. You're very easily entertained. Stupid shit. Oh, you invented sushi.
Really desperate. Activate your Menachem and scan the surrounding areas. You should see a glow on any object that Salim has recently touched.
Are we gonna see his fucking, like, cum everywhere, dude? Like, what the hell is this? Yeah, that's true. He was one of the least interesting ancestors.
You'd better get a picture of that as well so I can...
Not a fucking blacklight for his great guy. Okay. I think we'll ever see Sly 5. I mean, they're still trying to make a TV show, and I think the movie's in hiatus. It's not like they forgot about it. But I don't know, man. How many years has it been since this one? 5? Spyro's getting a remake. Maybe they do another Sly in the last month, so I don't care if there's a new one for a while, but it's not a bad series. I'd rather them make a new one of these. Sure, I don't care if it's like within the next year or two, but sure down the line I'd be totally fine with it. Sly 4 ended on a cliffhanger? Like 8 years? Yeah. I mean, I could see them making another one. Why not? Serve what I can. Sexy ladies.
You're in range. Use the binocular cup now, Sly.
Of what? DNA? Would be. Pretty much anything that's ever ended in a cliffhanger. Bigger series than this that have ended on cliffhangers that never got a sequel. I don't know. Usually the idea of a cliffhanger isn't enough to like warrant. They've already confirmed that they're making another one. Like a lot of series nowadays, before the game's even out, will have a sequel in the works. It's like they just know it's gonna be good. It's a little bigger. Granted, it was a movie tie-in, but it's supposed to be a good Ratchet game. This is the power of the PS3.
Well, Salim's obviously not the
How much did this sell? I think critically it did fine, didn't it? Back in the day, in the market. They figured it'd sell well like the other ones. I assume the other ones sold well. Just didn't. Last generation was kind of like the death of 3D platformers. N64 generation and PS2 generation that people lost interest last generation. Which sucks. It's always good shit. I think since there's a resurgence of 3D platformers, shit like Ukulele and Hat in Time and Mario and Crash remasters, Spyro remasters, that if there's gonna be a chance for them to make another Sly, it'd be soon. But who knows? I mean, that's kind of up to the publishers and the people who own the rights. Well, it just doesn't get one because of weird issues they have. Yeah, we can pray. I might have played like 4 Sly games in a month here, but doesn't mean I don't want to see one at some point. There should always be more of a good thing, I think.
Interesting. Looks like Salim recently took this camel for a test drive. Okay, Sly, I'd collate
2013, 200K. Yeah, not a shitload. Depends on the budget, I guess, of the game too, but I'm sure that's under what they expected. The Sly games are great. A lot of people played them, but I mean, I don't think it was ever as popular as like Jack and the Ratchet games and shit. I think they're better than Jack by a lot. Except Jack 1. I like Jack 1 a lot. But overall, I'd say these are better than Jack 1. Jack 2 and 3 suck fucking dick. Nah, they don't suck dick. That's being dramatic. I'm hamming it up a bit. But Jack 2 is definitely donkey shit. 3's not bad. I played Spyros again. I played Spyros like 2 years ago. I would do it again for sure. I just like the speed in those games. There's a lot of momentum, and I think that's fun. Collecting's quick. I don't care about the fans. I mean, it's business. They only care about the fans when it makes them a buck. They can play the fan angle to look cool and get better PR and shit. And build, like, you know, a loyal fan base. But at the end of the day, they've got the biggest install base for consoles. They don't really have to do much. Yeah. I don't know how much the order sold. Critically, it got shit on, so I can see why they might not make one of those. I don't know how many fans there are of the series. That's probably a pretty big budget game. What sucks, they're not doing more Sly. But, I mean, they're still doing TV and movies. That's the thing, is like, they don't really care about, like, the games or anything. They just see what can make a buck. I go, it's like a mascot-looking character. He's like CG. Kids might like it. Let's make a TV show or movie, but forget about like where it started from, you know? They don't really care. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we live in a time for games where games are more about just making something with a passion. There's a lot of money involved now. So a lot of creations are a little more devoid of a soul. Don't have as much charm, but that's where you get like indie games and shit. There's still a lot of good stuff that's made that's AAA, but you also see a lot of like the EAs and the Ubisofts making some cookie cutter
You're Salim Al-Kapar.
fucking group tested bullshit. Appeals to every single person ever.
I'm a thief like you, but I'm kind of new in
It
town.
makes the most money.
Come back to my gang's hideout and I can explain myself.
How about you go lick a camel's hump?
Look at Camel's dick, dude.
Look, I know you're in trouble. I'm here to help. I can explain everything, but let's go where we can talk safely. Besides, you look hungry. How would you like some food?
Food? It was foolish of you not to mention that in the first place. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the game developers care a lot.
Salim stuffed his face. He told us about his problem.
There's just a lot more than game developers
Miss Decibel had
who are part of AAA games.
Lots of money around. It didn't take a genius to figure out who
There's
the
thousands of people working on those games.
Salim and the three remaining thieves.
Sometimes it's just a job. There's not as much passion, probably.
Disappearing into retirement. Miss Decibel being the target. Of course, with her technology, she had easily captured his thief brothers, and Salim had been trying to come up with a plan to free them ever since. Bentley uncovered some interesting background information. Miss Decibel had come from a wealthy British family. Her true love was classical music. Unfortunately, her complete lack of musical talent, coupled with an extreme temper, made for a volatile combination. After suffering a freak accident during a tantrum, she was left unable to play music normally. However, when she discovered she could control people with her hypnotic tones, a new criminal was born. She began using her devious talents to control others, forcing them to commit crimes for her. We told Salim about the paradox, and the whole thing made some strange kind of sense to him. The bad news was that he wasn't completely convinced that we were there to help him. I could see I was going to have to prove myself. Again.
I mean, if everything ever got a sequel, that'd be insane. That's just kind of the way of the world when it comes to just like creative shit in media. Like, Not everything gets sequels. Sometimes shit's just done, or sometimes shit doesn't need a sequel. I don't know. Like, it'd be nice if the good things always got sequels, but I'm not that angry about a lot of shit. That would be nice, but kind of used to it, I guess, right? No, I guess that's where like new IPs come in and shit. Sometimes they have reasons. More than just business, but sometimes it sucks. Sometimes there's like cliffhangers, or the series really hasn't had that many games yet, or it's a really great concept and they just don't get anything. Sometimes the shit's been played out 1,000 times over already and they're not really taking the series anywhere. I could see why one would die then. Just sucks when they deserve more. It's like Bayonetta almost didn't get anything right. That would have been a damn shame. Bayonetta is pretty great. And it almost died with the first game. But luckily it's gotten more. I don't think the Switch version sold very well yet, but I mean, it's already been out once, so... Who knows how well they marketed it. Well, they're making 3, so it's good enough for me, man. Yeah, it's like, I can see why they don't. Like, let's be real, I don't know how much money SOCOM and Jack's Beloved was like classic series, but I don't know how much people cared about 3 at the time. The series is really derivative of like shit like GTA and stuff. It felt like more of a product of the times than something like unique like the first game. It's still good enough, but I can see why maybe they stopped making it.
Okay.
And the developers went on to make a different series, you know, like Uncharted and shit. Sometimes the developers want to make different shit, you know, like they can't be stuck making the same game forever. Like Miyazaki saying he's sick of making Souls games, but we'll see if that makes him stop. Wasn't Mag shit though? I mean, I can see why it wouldn't. I mean, it had a cool concept, like 100-man multiplayer versus another 100, but if it's shit, then it doesn't matter, right? That's a huge budget set aside for the port. Yeah, how good the game did on the Switch probably isn't a big deal. Let's be real, ports nowadays probably cost like nothing to fucking do because the systems are so similar. It's not like we're taking an N64 game up to PS4 and calling it a huge remaster. Like, even if you did, you're just pretty much porting over a fucking emulator on it.
He lost a small fortune betting on the camels a while back and had to pawn his thief outfit. Sly, if we could buy that outfit back for Salim, I'm sure we could gain his trust. The shopkeeper is a security freak, a real head case.
Shut up, Bentley. Bentley's always talking when I'm talking, though.
All business is conducted through a slot in the door. I think this is one time we're going to have to...
Oh, did they tease Sly 5? See, that sucks, man. That's what I mean. Sometimes it's like... Sometimes I can see why they don't do another one. It always just sucks when they actually tease something and then it doesn't happen. Half-Life 3, shit like that. It happens, though. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's the people with the money that matter.
To play it straight and pay the man what he wants. As you might imagine, his price is pretty steep. The shopkeeper will only accept payment in the form of flawless gemstones. 3 to be exact. The only gems of that quality around here are the decorative stones embedded in the city walls. I've located the 3 largest
Shit gets
specimens
canceled.
for you.
Shit
All you
gets
have to
turned
do
down.
is remove them, avoid the guards, and
Happens
bring
all the
them to
time
the
with
shop.
movies,
Just
TV
make sure
shows.
those gems are still flawless when you get there.
Apparently the Sly movie is on hiatus now because the Ratchet and Clank movie is bad. I mean, it has nothing to do with Sly, but there's just another reason now for them not to make it. This kind of shit happens, I don't know.